This king was born with a silver spoon, but that did not prevent his deportation. I am Joana, and today we uncover another Africa's untold history. Nana was born with a silver spoon in 1852 in Jakba town along the Benin River in present-day Delta State, Nigeria. On his father's side, he belonged to the Ishekiri ruling class. On his mother's side, he was tied to nobility too. His father, Olomu, was no ordinary man. He was the 10th Olu of Wari. And there was his grandmother, Iweroko. She was a woman people listened to and respected. Now, she was one of the only 2 daughters among 10 children of Ologboshere Enyimi Sanre of Ejorongbi quarters in Ode, Ishekiri. Hey, I don't know if I pronounce all these well, it's on the screen. She carried both wisdom and influence, and Nana spent his early life right by the side of his grandmother. So as a child, Nana grew up in a massive household. You'll be shocked. Just wait. Imagine having 106 children in one family. Just one family. 53 sons and 53 daughters. That's odd. Equal numbers. Anyway, well, his father had 59 wives now, so he will have a large household. Later, Nana himself would follow that same path. He became an ambitious polygamist, fathering 40 children of his own, 26 sons and 14 daughters. But even among all this noise and abundance, Nana stood out. Let's take a step back and talk about his childhood. Nana sat at his grandmother's feet, listening, watching, learning. He was sharp, curious, restless as well. He understood things quickly, and his father noticed this, and before long, drafted him to serve in his war canoe. First as a paddler, and later as one of his own bodyguards. He fought alongside his father against rival chiefs, small ones, powerful ones, all of them. And because of how well he performed during the Eku Wars, he was promoted to commander and was given his own war canoe. Career don't start with that now. Anyway, let's continue. So, in 1872, his father named him Commander General, the protector of the kingdom, second only to the Olu himself. From that moment on until his father's death in 1883, Nana stood as the shield of the Ishekiri people. So even when Olomu died, there was no confusion about who would step forward. The next year, Nana took over to become King Nana. No strong opposition actually rose against him or challenged him at that moment. The people accepted him. Even the British traders along the Benin River, they called them Gofu. They recognized and confirmed his authority, as if they needed to confirm his authority. Nana became governor. That was how they confirmed his authority, taking his father's place. But there was another family that was supposed to take over because they shared rulership between the 2 families. So now, if the Olomu has passed on, the next family takes over. This other family didn't just stay and cross their hands and be like, okay, continue that lineage. No. Numa of Batere, a Maye family. The family that was expected to succeed Olomu, they decided to avenge this disgrace that has been brought on their family. Dogo, Dorenuma, an imperialist and the son of the Maye family, rose and provided valuable help that the British needed to defeat Nana in the future. We're going to come to that. Let's talk about the series of events that led to his defeat. So the real problem started when Nana fell out with the British after he ignored a British council, Judge Aneste, who felt insulted when Nana did not formally welcome him after waiting 7 days on the Benin River. Who sent you to wait 7 days on the Benin River? Maybe King Nana did not have time. Anyway, the council got so angry that he broke his staff and threw part of it into the river, symbolizing a diplomatic breakdown. Now, I'm actually confused. He waited a whole 7 days, eating, sleeping, waking up, and expecting a grand welcome as king or what. Anyway, after the incidents in 1890, and despite Nana's protest to the senior British official, the British removed him as governor of the Benin River. Wait, he remained a leader only within the Shekiri traditional system. We're talking about in Africa. Okay. By the next year, in 1891, the British had established the Niger Coast Protectorate, taking control of the region that formed Nana's trading empire. And that marked the firm arrival and spread of British imperial power in that area. Wow. What is happening next? Other European traders who resented Nana's control over trade encouraged these by sending petitions to Britain, calling for stronger action against King Nana. And because Nana resisted British exploitation, the British began attacking his own allies, supplying towns, destroying Bobby and parts of the Wari River area. So King Nana saw this as a warning, and he didn't start panicking. He started preparing to defend his own town, Ebrohimi. But as he was preparing, the British too, they were preparing because they were getting intel. So on August 26, 1894, they launched a full-scale 3-front attack on Ebrohimi under Rear Admiral Bedford. After 3 months of heavy fight, they held their ground. Ebrohimi fell. Hey, I'm sorry if I'm not pronouncing that one well, Shekiri people. On September 25th, 1894, the town was raided and burnt. You know the British colonial playbook now. Nana escaped through a secret canal while his family scattered. British forces captured some of his generals and his younger brothers. Nana reached Lagos and hid with a friend, Mr. Olomu. The British declared Nana wanted, placed a 500 reward on him. This is like a western now. This film needs to be made. And later burned what remained of Ibrahim. Nana was eventually handed over to the British consular court in Calabar. So during his transfer, Shekiri people, they saw him in chains, their king in chains, and they were deeply distressed. Some people started crying, release our king, release our king. They charged him with fighting the British government. I don't understand though. I think we're talking about Africa. Anyway, they charged him with fighting the British government and obstructing the officials. Again, we are on African soil. He was tried without proper legal defense, found guilty, imprisoned in Calabar, and later deported for life to Accra in the Gold Coast. Now, the Shekiris, they split into two camps because Nana was very popular among them. Even when his properties were offered for sale, they said they are not buying. The protesters, they are not buying his properties. So in Accra, with the help of friends, especially Judge Neville, he petitioned the British to be lenient. But despite losing all his properties to confiscation, he rebuked a life in exile. So when it became clear that Nana would be pardoned and allowed to return home, he couldn't wait now. He sent words to his family and supporters to prepare his return. There was widespread joy among the Shekiri people and neighboring Urobo clans. And many communities, they organized themselves, they organized a welcome, and they were going to welcome him with gifts and celebration. Although Major Cloud Macdonald, the British commissioner, accused Nana of disrupting trade in the Niger Delta. He said terrorizing the Urobo people, engaging in enslavement trade, and even accused him of practicing human sacrifice. These claims cannot erase one underlying truth. King Nana was immensely powerful and influential. His authority over trade and the territory was real, it was structured, and it was formidable. He controlled a fleet of about 200 trade canoes and 100 war canoes and could mobilize as many as 20,000 warriors if needed. So you remember I told you about that other family now that was supposed to rule instead of King Nana after his father, the Olomu, died. Now, that wasn't the end though. Dore Doho Numa, a son of that family, became a key collaborator with the British. He supplied them with intelligence, local knowledge, because there are certain things they would not have known if someone there did not supply them, and political support, helping them to navigate through the terrain. And that weakened Nana's alliance and legitimized that British invasion that happened. So this cooperation gave the British both a strategic advantage and an internal ally, which played a decisive role in the eventual collapse of Nana's resistance. So sometimes the true enemy is inside. I'm Joadri, and that was another Africa's Untold Story.